Hello, my name is Kim, and today I'm here to talk to you about why self care matters and for a whole total uh, transformational approach to how I'm going to explain how self care can really be useful in your life, really turn it around for the better. So, first, let me just start by saying who I am, why you're here, and what I can do for you, or what my program could do for you. See, I'm not going to wait to the end and surprise you and say, ta da, this is all about a program. But it's not just about a program, it's about adopting the strategies that you're going to learn from the program into your life. But first of all, whether you buy the program or not, I'm going to share with you some of the principles that I've learned and incorporated into my life that's helped me become the person that I am today. And I'll just share with you some of what that it all entails and who exactly am I, because you might not know who I am. So, first of all, my name is Kimberly Marie B. That's Kimberly Marie Brame, but everyone calls me Kim, and I'm a certified nutrition coach. I was not always into nutrition at all. I was not always what some people would consider a health conscious person. In fact, I was quite the opposite. And so, because I know what that journey was for me, and I'll go back and explain some of that journey with you. I know the struggle, I know the frustration. And so, once you come further along in that process, you want to share and help as many people as possible as you possibly can. And that's where I am today. It's not that I'm perfect or anything like that, but now I've come to the place where I have enough in me and experience and everything like that to share and pour out to someone else who may not be exactly where I am, but they want to go further with their health and wellness. And so my backstory is I grew up, I didn't really have a weight problem or anything like that. My mother, she made sure she cooked dinner every day, but every meal before that was really on you. So sugary cereals, snacks, a lot of fast processed junk foods before dinner. So she would cook dinner, but everything before that was really on you. So it was like go for self. So as I grew up and I became a teenager and a working teenager, then I began to, continue not just eating a real meal for dinner, but even for dinner, a lot of times I was working after school, so I would pick up fast food. That continued on for a few years into my young adult life, and I was gaining weight, and plus I was on birth control, so it was affecting my hormones, and I was just like, I wasn't comfortable with who was becoming. I knew that outer shell of who that was not me. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel the energy. In fact, I felt older than what I was. Like my body was aching. I would go to the doctor with aches and pains in my joints because I have a very small frame. So to carry 200 plus pounds on it was just too much. My knees were aching, all of that. And so I knew I needed to do something, but I wasn't really big into like a heavy restrictive diet. And because that's usually the first thing we turn to because it's all commercialized, right? The first thing you think about is, okay, what diet should I try because I want to lose weight? That's quite the natural process in our society. But me being who I am and really knowing that that wouldn't work for me, I automatically would feel deprived from jump. Just thinking about a diet made me feel deprived. And in fact, it would make me eat more of the things that I shouldn't be eating. And I really didn't have a mindset in place to begin to implement any of those, any of the dietary things nutritionally that would help me to get to the ideal, comfortable weight that would be for me. So, first of all, I had to deal with my mind before I could make any lasting changes into my life. And I know many of you all are probably in the same boat. You you have all this information out here. People coming from every direction telling you what diet, whether it's keto, paleo, whether it's uh, and keto is kind of like the new modern day Atkins, or whether it's the Whole 30, whatever it is, all of that beach body. Should I drink a shake? Should I drink a smoothie? All of that confusion really leads to you continuing in your same patterns. Because a lot of times when we confuse, we revert back to what we're comfortable with and what we know. So, with the Revitalize program, is designed to eliminate all the excuses, eliminate all the confusion, and really educate you on what feels right for your unique body. And that's what I had to learn. I had to really go back to the drawing board and educate myself, because many of our habits stem from our upbringing. And I'm not saying that my upbringing was bad. Like I said, my mother, she did the best she could. She cooked, once a day, but we in between then we ate a lot of processed food and sugary food. So I craved more of that type of stuff. Like, I had a serious sugar addiction. So you can't just break that just because you just don't want to eat sugar no more. No, your whole gut, uh, your microbiome, which is like the bacteria in your gut, all of those things get affected by what you eat. And what's affecting your gut also affects your brain. And you're wondering why you can't make better decisions or choices for yourself. But you have to clean it all up. So the Revitalize Self-Care program, first of all, it deals with your mindset. It deals with the mindset and your why, making good choices for yourself that is going to keep you on track when you really want to give up, when you really want to throw in the towel, when you really get frustrated or don't know what to do. There's everything is always mapped out in your in the program. So with that, it eliminates a lot of the confusion that people often experience when they're adopting a healthier lifestyle. So we work with the mindset first. In 28 days, there's an assignment that you're going to do each day for yourself. Just a small thing for yourself to help you get on track, to remind you why you want this, why you want to live a better life, why you want to start making promises to yourself and keeping them. Because the reality is the opposite side of that is when we continue to break promises to ourselves, we start to doubt ourselves. We start to question ourselves, and we start not to believe in ourselves that we can actually do what we desire to do, which leads to limited beliefs. So in week 1 of the program, the first 7 days, we're working on our mindset. We're working on saying positive things to ourselves, affirmations. You're going to start out with some affirmations that I created, and from there, you're going to create your own, something that's very unique and resonates with you specifically. You're going to set goals for yourself, short term as well as long term goals. Set a vision board for what you want to see for yourself so that when times get tough, you can remind yourself of why. Because whenever you have a goal and you don't attach it to why you want it, it's so easy to quit. It's so easy to quit. So that's going to help you do that, to stay in the fight. Then week 2, you're going to focus on food in the program. You're going to focus on food, what fuels you and what does not fuel you. It's not so much of counting calories as much as nutrient education. Because let's face facts, a lot of us, we didn't grow up knowing what nutritional deficiencies how it can affect our health. how it can make us feel. And see, the truth is, whether you're watching this video because, or you're here because you're interested in losing weight, maintaining your weight, getting more energy, getting more focus, the reality is all of that it starts in the mind, but it also starts in what you're feeding yourself, because the food that we eat, it speaks to us. It have vibrational frequencies. Also, it can add or subtract from your health, meaning if you're missing certain nutrients like vitamin D, certain B complex vitamins, it's going to affect your mood, your energy, and all of those things. If you're missing certain minerals, magnesium, and all of that stuff, iron, it's going to affect your energy levels. And when sometimes when you feel tired, when you feel depleted of energy, that's when you grab those quick energizing foods that you think is going to fuel you, but actually it's going to rob you of your energy eventually, because you're going to have that quick burst of energy, sugar rush uh, energy, and then you're going to crash, and then you're going to go seeking another hit. It's just like a drug. Sugar is just like, the studies have shown that it sets off the same uh, fires in your brain, neurotransmitters, as cocaine can be just as addictive. So you want to put the right things in so you can fill those gaps nutritionally so you can make better choices. And disease can stem from having certain nutritional deficiencies. So you want to correct those, and then that way you'll crave more of the good stuff and less of the bad stuff. Also, it's about retraining the taste buds, because when you retrain your taste buds, you start to crave more of the good stuff. Like when your taste buds are been hijacked already, and you're eating more fast food and processed food, it's not unusual for you to crave more of that food. And it's really not unusual for healthy food to taste bland and yucky. But what I'm going to show you in this program is it doesn't have to, because you can add herbs, spices, and uh, different flavor like onions and things like that into your food, garlic, ginger, into your food. It tastes so good. And once you get used to that taste, the junk actually starts to taste like junk. And you will start to notice a difference in your body, how you feel when you eat certain things. And that's another thing about this program, is I want you to connect your feelings to your food in a better way than what maybe you have been doing before. Not that, before it was like the feelings are controlling your choices of what you're eating. No longer. But what I mean by your feelings connecting to your food now is that I want you to connect your thought process with your choices, meaning, is this going to help me or hurt me? Is this going to uh, stay with me? Like, for instance, if I eat something and if it's been on the shelf for a long time, it could stay on the shelf for a long time. Is it going to stay in me for a long time? Is that going to leave me constipated? Is that going to leave me with skin outbreaks? Is that going to leave me with a clogged, you know, liver or anything like that? Protruding gut that I don't want hanging over my pants. So you start to think about what you're going to eat before you eat it and why. Not that it's going to be imprisonment, but it's actually empowering. And that's another thing about what I feel like I've been called to do. I've been called to empower as many people as possible to think first, eat, and live with purpose, passion, and intention. Because that's the life that I believe, I know for sure, I'm a woman of faith that God has created us to live. There's so much medicine in the food. There's so much life and energy in the food. We just have to eat it. And when we do, we feel more alive and we feel more well. So that's enough about the food part of the program. Each, except for I'll just mention, each week you're actually going to get a shopping list and a menu, and there's a recipe guide for how to prepare everything that's listed on the menu. And you're going to get food education. That way, that if something comes up in life, you don't have to be stuck feeling like, oh, I don't have that particular ingredient, or I can't make that today, or that's not in my budget right now. What can I eat and not get off track? Because you're going to get a general food education, then you'll be able to select things that won't take you outside of the realm that will be put you, set you back. And if you do get off track, get back on and keep going. Okay, make a promise to yourself and keep it. So the third week, you're going to focus on self-care. Self-care is so vital to us doing any of the other things in this program, because if you don't take out the time to invest in yourself, invest in self-care, then you won't do any of these things. And it's not that you're going to need a ton of time or anything like that in your life, because let's be honest, many of us don't have a ton of time. It's just about finding moments to plan, prepare, and to execute for yourself. Because if you don't, in the end, you're the one that's going to continue to make promises to yourself and break them. And then feel, possibly start to speak negatively about yourself and believe those things and act like what you believe you are. So I want you to stop uh, seeing yourself as someone who don't execute and start executing. Like, for instance, myself included, perfect example. My kids are above my head. They're making all kinds of noises. I'm a homeschooling mother. I work from home. I'm also a health coach and wife, mother, teach from home as well. And my kids, they're upstairs making all of this noise while I'm doing this video. But I almost thought to myself before it was time to hit the record button that I'm going to back out of this, because my kids, I don't have a babysitter. I wish I had a babysitter. Oh, if my kids could just be away from me for a day, oh, how much stuff I could get done. Then I thought about it. No, I made a promise that I was going to do this video, and so I have to execute it and do it. So, and then it's going to set the stage, I believe, for more increase into my life as I make a promise and keep it. So, and that goes for every area of our life. The thing about what you're going to learn in this program and what I've learned is it spills over into other areas of your life, that you will begin to just want to be an overall better person. What I mean by that is a better person to you. And once you're a better person to you, you can pass that on to everyone around you. And the light that's in you will begin to shine. And other people will be attracted to it. And you will be rewarded for your gift. So that's self care. And self care is not always a long winded vacation. It's not always the shopping trip. It's not always what they say self-care is, although it can be. Self-care is also about finding moments, I call it mental health moment. uh, Whether for you that's exercise, for you is prayer, for you is whatever that mental health moment is for you. Unplugging, saying no to stuff that you really don't want to do. All of that is self-care, okay? Saying what you really mean and feel, and not being feeling bad about it. That's self-care. Accepting who you are as right now and who you're working towards becoming. That's self-care. Acknowledging that everyone is not going to care what you care about is self-care too. So we're going to work on self-care and just all the things. And I did not, like, I was a mess. So much so that I put this on Facebook For like 6 months, I shut down my coaching practice. I'm a health and wellness coach, certified nutrition coach, and I talked to a mentor, and she told me your life is not in a place right now. It's so out of alignment. You cannot coach other people right now. And I actually was taken aback. I couldn't believe she said that to me. But she was right. She was absolutely right. So I had to get myself together. So I'm sharing with you all some of the things that I've learned to do, and it's working for me. I feel like I know for sure I've been set free and delivered from so many things that was holding me back. Fear, doubt, not believing in myself, worried about what other people thought more than how I felt about things. All of those things were holding me back, holding me hostage, not being consistent about what I said I was going to do, not making solid plans in case I wanted to break them. So all of these things I had to learn from myself too. So I'm not sharing with you anything that I have not experienced and still growing from. And even going back to the food, I don't eat perfectly at every meal, but I know I have to choose. And my motto is I choose to eat well at least 80% of the time. And maybe 20% of the time, life happens. So, the fourth week, you're going to deal with, or not deal with, I don't like that word. You're going to focus on fitness, because fitness is going to give you the energy that you need to do all the other things that you want to accomplish. Uh, Exercise is so beneficial to making sure that you have proper oxygen going through your body, making sure that those feel good hormones, endorphins, are firing in your brain and reducing sadness and depression, increasing your your sex drive, increasing your flexibility, your reducing your you being more prone to energy. All of those things exercise can help you with. But what I'm going to help you focus on is discovering which exercises are actually fueling you, because you want to do what works for you, not just, some Instagram video that you saw that may injure you because you're not, or you're comparing yourself to that because, you see someone doing a exercise routine that works out all the time, but maybe you haven't been working out and you need to start, where you are. Also, find exercises that you actually enjoy doing, not something that just because it's what people do when they go to the gym. I went through that as well. When I first started, saying, okay, I have to lose weight, I have to lose weight, the first thing I did was go to the gym, and to me, or work out. That was easier for me to do at that time than it was eating better. That's how jacked up I was, because I really loved my sugar. In fact, I would work out and then crave pancakes. It was pretty bad. I was so bad I would put sugar on cereal that was already sweetened. And I preferred the off-brand cereal because it was even sweeter than the brand name cereal. So I was pretty bad. So if I could do this, anybody could do this. So when I first started working out and I said, okay, I want to lose weight, first thing I did, I wanted to go on a treadmill at the gym and the elliptical, and I hated it, hated, hated it, hated it. I even bought those things for my house, had an exercise bike, hated it, hated it, hated it. I thought I hated working out, but that was so far from the truth. I just hated stationary things. I didn't like stationary equipment. I had to discover that about myself. So much so that when I started doing things, fitness exercises that I actually loved, I actually became a certified group fitness instructor and personal trainer. And for a short season there, I taught group fitness classes, specializing in dance fitness. That's my thing. So, uh, But I found that I like movement, real movement. I like riding a bike. I like walking, not so much running. Uh, I like dance fitness, and I do some strength training and some body work. Body weight exercises. And so you have to discover what works for you. You don't always have to go to the gym just to work out. Matter of fact, I work out at in my home 70 to 80% of the time. Now, when the weather gets nice, I work out more, outdoors with walking, riding my bicycle, things like that. But during the winter months, I primarily work out in my home, in my basement. That's where I am right now. So excuse the wood paneling walls. So, anyways, you can set up a space in your home to exercise. So, let me just go back to the program. So, yes, you're going to focus on how exercise is going to fuel you and how you want to adopt that into your lifestyle. And every week, you'll be given a healthy meal plan, clean eating meal plan, and recipe guide and menus, shopping lists, all of that goes along with the mindset work that you're going to be doing, the food nutritional education that you're going to be learning about, as well as the self-care practices you're going to be adopting and the fitness that you're going to be incorporating. And it's going to take you week by week, so you don't feel like you have to do it all at once, okay? So each week you're focused on something new that you're going to implement into your healthy lifestyle. So if this is anything interesting to you, then I would like for you to actually take a look into the program. What I'll do right now is to share my screen and take you to the program itself so that you could see what it would look like if you were to actually purchase the Revitalize program. Let's see here. So this is a test account that I just purchased Revitalize, but let's go back here before you even get to that. So when you land on the link that I'm going to put in this description of this video, when you land on the link, you're going to see this Revitalize 28-day self-care program. And with that, it says a start date in the but you could actually start this. I'm going to reset it where you probably could start it at any time. But once you're in the program, you're going to have access to all of your files, all of your documents, but you're welcome to download them for yourself. So everything is mapped out from self-care suggestions, mindset exercises, goal setting, vision board instructions, recipes, meal plans, shopping lists, and menus. And then you have nutritional guidelines without having to worry about counting calories. So I told you what you're going to focus on each week. And when you first start, so when you see all the modules here, then you click Next and you register for the program. Right now, I have an open enrollment special for $47. But once you get inside this program and see what it all entails and what's all available for you, and plus, I can see myself building this out even more so. Although I won't add more written materials, there'll probably be more audio or visual type of materials into the program. So this program definitely will not stay at $47. And any updates that is added to the program, you'll still have access to those updates. So once you enroll here, you'll see a notification that you're registered, you're enrolled, check your email. You'll get several emails telling you what to do next. From there, you will actually be able to get into your program. Once you follow the prompts and sign in to My Better Practice, you'll see your program there or any programs that you've purchased in the past. So you'll see Revitalize 28-day program, and you'll click on it, and you'll start to be able to see your modules. What you see here is what you saw on the landing page. But then when you see modules, welcome to the program, and it gives a brief description of what's in the module, then you'll click on view, and you'll be able to see what's here. So you'll land on a welcome video here, and it's really giving you an overview of how to be best successful on this program. And I really want you to watch that video. It's only like 16 or 17 minutes. Very important. Then week 1, it goes over the description of the program here, and then you're going to view it. And this is just the philosophy here, but then you get to week 1. Each week has an ebook. So if you see this right here, you can actually download the ebook if you like, which I suggest you do, just because if I ever leave Better Practice, you'll have your documents with you, you know, but you don't have to do it right away. So actually, so this is the beginning of week 1, and it just goes over what you're going to be doing day by day. Each day you'll have day 1 all the way to day 7 inside of this ebook, what you're going to be doing. Then we go to the Revitalize week 1 suggested meals. I say suggested meals because just for legal reasons. So it says you're going to see a lot of suggest in here, okay? So here's the menu at a glance. Okay, so your Sunday through Saturday, and then there is an empty menu just in case you want to change it up, because I don't want you to feel restricted at all. I want you to feel like this is your program and you're going to use it how it works for you. So yes, so this is the shopping list right here. So you're going to print just that page out and take it to the grocery store with you. And every week is like this. So I could go through each one of these if I just wanted to show you, but each week is going to be, okay, week 2, when you're focused on is uploading, food focus, and just the education, your body transformation, food focus, what you are, what you eat, some education in day 1. And it's all broken down into sizable pieces so that you don't feel overwhelmed or feel like, oh goodness, the ebooks are only like 22 pages each. And so it's every day is broken down for you, some sizable amount of information. See, day 3 is sizable. So it's not overwhelming, because I wanted to make sure that nothing was overwhelming. Because when things are overwhelming, we often go back to what we're comfortable with. And I don't want you to do that. So each week is going to be the same. Week 3 with self-care, week 4 with the fitness, and this is just the recipe guide right here. And I'm actually going to add some handouts, another module with some just handouts that you can have, real easy kind of checklist type of stuff, just so it could be accessible, because you may not want to print out a whole, ebook, but you can print out a couple pages. That's some helpful information for you, of course. So this is the recipe guide telling you how to actually prepare the meals. So you have everything you need in here. Like I said, if you see certain meals that really work for you, if you wanted to make most of your menu, about that, but I encourage you to explore different foods. So here's some juicing recipes we have. Let's go back up to the top. So juices for living and breakfast, what type of things you would eat for breakfast, lunches, dinner, desserts. Yes, there's desserts. And so here are the recipes here. And that's that's everything that you would need to uh, fulfill the menu items for your nutrition. Also, let me know if there are some people that would be interested in a vegan vegetarian menu, because I plan on uploading that in the next couple of weeks. So this is the omnivore plan, which means that it's for meat eaters. Although it's not a ton of meat in here, there's different other forms of protein in the recipes. But if you are a meat eater, this will be the program for you. Uh, the one for vegan and vegetarian, it's also, I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can come back to full view. Let's see how I get out of here. Stop share. Where is that? Okay. So I already have the recipes and the menu and the shopping list for the vegetarian and vegan. The actual program itself, Revitalize, is still the same no matter uh, what nutritional lifestyle you personally adopt to, whether you're vegan, vegetarian, or I consider myself a nutritarian, which means I focus primarily on nutrition and getting what my body needs than a specific type of diet. Although I don't eat a ton of meat, I do eat some meat, but out of regards and respect to people who absolutely do not touch animal products, I do have something coming for you very soon. So if you're watching this video and you're like, well, I don't eat meat, then I have something for you coming very soon. And just stay just a little patient. I'll be uploading those menus and recipes very soon, hopefully in the next week. Life has been a little busy, but I'll try to get that uploaded in the next week or two at the most, and then have a another Revitalize that says specifically for vegetarian, vegan. But keep in mind, if you want to start right now on the mindset and the education part of it all and the self-work part of it all, then you could start right now. You just wouldn't be able to maybe start the nutrition, the recipes, the all of that, although you'll be able to modify it if you desire to with your meat substitutes. But um, there's no dairy in it, uh, like as far as cow's milk. Now, as I recall, I may have a few recipes that may have feta cheese or something like that. But you could substitute that for your vegan cheese or what. So you could do that as well. So it's not off limits to you if you are a vegetarian, but you would have to do some modifications. That is at least until I upload the new recipes for vegan and vegetarian. You may be wondering, will you lose weight on this program? It's very possible to lose some inches, some weight, a few pounds on this program. However, it's more focused on being a clean eating program, getting your mind prepared to eat cleaner, focus more on nutrition, focus more on what fuels you. And it depending on how dirty you have been eating, you probably will lose a few pounds off of this program. But I do have a program that's specifically geared towards weight loss, the 14-day Jumpstart Weight Loss Program, if you're interested in that. So, but this program will be a good program to combine with that program, because you want to, if you're struggling with what to eat, how to eat, or just making conscious decisions that's going to best benefit you in your life, Then starting with the mind, self-care, all of that would be good. And then from there, you could segue into the 14-day Jumpstart weight loss program, which the nutrition is pretty similar. The only difference really is that I've eliminated some of even the complex carbohydrates so that you can see results faster. But we still want to keep it clean and healthy, nothing drastic, nothing dramatic that will have you losing muscle and looking sick and feeling sick as you lose weight. So I know some of you will have questions about that, about will this help me lose weight? Yes, it should help you lose a few pounds, but don't look for a huge amount of weight. And in fact, in 28 days, you shouldn't be looking for anything huge anyway, because if you lose more than, like, you know, 5 pounds, and then you're probably losing more than fat. You're probably losing, nutrients um, and muscle mass and different things like that, because you can only really lose like a pound a week or a pound and a half of fat a week in a healthy way. Anything more than that, you start to, look and feel kind of sick. So you, wherever you are right now, if you're not where you want to be, more chances are you didn't get there overnight. And so you're not going to, don't look for the quick, easy fix, because those usually don't last. I knew for myself that I wanted something that would be a lifestyle change, not just a quick fix. And I went from a little over 200 pounds to now I'm in my 160s. Is that like the Instagram model size? No. Is that the, cover girl size? No. But it's for me, and I'm happy and I'm content there. I'm a mother of 4 kids, and I'm much better than I used to be. I feel younger than I did then. I feel more energetic. I can work out without huffing and puffing. I feel great. And I don't feel great every day, but thankfully I know how to, put back in my body what I'm missing when I don't feel so good, and I'm paying attention to what's fueling me and what's not. So, and I want the same for you. I want you to feel empowered. I want you to feel empowered to make decisions for yourself. This program is not about me making a whole bunch of decisions for you. It's me setting out guidelines and you decide for yourself. You're going to do the work. The program only works if you work it. So I'm going to get ready to close out this video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. If I didn't answer all your questions on this video, then feel free to contact me at support@KimberlyMarieB.com. That's support@KimberlyMarie.com. Also, you can visit my website or my blog if you want any more nutritional education or just my latest blog posts. That's KimberlyMarieB.com. And any other details I'll put at the bottom of this description of this video. And I'll see you soon. I hope you look forward to revitalizing your life, taking charge of it, finding clarity, eating cleaner, getting focused, recharged, and refueled. Bye for now.